Whether you're looking to grow or ready to scale and sell, navigating the challenges you face as a business owner are hard, and knowing which steps to take next can be overwhelming. Each week on Beyond the Bank Account, I will walk you through overcoming the overwhelming confusion around your business from the bottom line and beyond. I've worked behind the scenes and in the weeds of small businesses, including several of my own, for over 20 years, and I have a personal mission of guiding owners to have profitable, sellable businesses while living the life that you've always dreamed. Hey, welcome back. I want to talk to you today about the truth about profitable sales. Sales and marketing courses and programs, webinars are all over the place on the internet right now. I think that every online guru is throwing out how to get more sales and how to market your business. And I think that sales and marketing are incredibly important for small businesses. But let's talk about how to actually create profitability from them. I see way too often owners who can bring in clients, but they can't actually afford to pay themselves a living wage or to bring on help, let alone to build the dream that they started the business to do. I have a client who's an incredible concierge and small group travel professional. She sells out every single trip that she plans. She receives 5-star reviews from every single client, and she has hundreds of clients that she has worked with in the past. She's got a really incredible team, but she struggles paying her rent. There is a big difference of what we see on social media between real life, REEL, life, and real life, REAL. We are projecting as business owners that things might be going really well or really successful, and we might have really great businesses, but unless we are able to pay ourselves what we deserve and what we need out of the business to support our personal lives, then really we don't have a business that's going to be sustainable. I often like to ask my clients a very hard question. And the question is, if someone managed your money the way that you do, would you fire them? If someone managed your money the way that you do, would you fire them? And if that question hits close to home or feels kind of like a sting, it's likely that you have a pricing issue inside of your business. Now, of course, there could be the expense problems and some other things that go on, but at the end of the day, the place that I see the challenges begin before the expenses take over is that the pricing was never accurate to begin with. And what I know is that you can't outsell poor money management in your business. It's going to leave you stressed. It's going to be leaving you unable to produce for your clients. It'll make you feeling like you're selling out of desperation, and it's going to run over into your personal life. All of a sudden, everything is going to feel stressful because you can't bring in the revenue into your business that you actually need to be successful. And money is a challenging thing for so many people to discuss, and we're going to talk a lot about it on this show. But we also talk about the things that go beyond money, which is, hence the name Beyond the Bank Account. And so I want you to make sure that you've got a mindset around money that is one that you're going to be able to make the changes in your business. Money mindset is something that is so important for every business owner, and it comes from a lot of hard places. I have a client, he is a multi-7-figure CEO for one of the largest HR search firms in the country. And whenever we get on our calls, he calls me his money therapist. He's got a lot of real money trauma from growing up, from either having money or not having money, and the scarcity that, came into his family. Money trauma is real, and it doesn't go away with success. It changes with work, and a lot of work. So you may not feel worthy of charging your value. And I want to tell you that you're worthy. Your services are valuable, and we have to treat them that way, or nobody else is going to. If you don't believe that you are worth what you are charging, I can promise you that your clients won't either. And I am not a real therapist. I love that my clients call me their money therapist. But at the end of the day, money trauma, again, because it is so real, reach out, find a therapist that you can speak with about it, or continue to listen and work on this as a area of growth for you in your own business and in your personal life. But just know that you are not the only person that has challenges talking about money or feeling unworthy of the money that you're bringing in. There's a lot of different people that have these kinds of challenges, and it's completely normal. And I don't want you to think that you are lacking or that something is wrong with you because you may have money struggles. So when we go into talking about pricing your services and, again, ensuring that we're profitable, we want to know, how to price your services, but we have to start at the very beginning. And I am not a woo person. You won't find a whole lot of mumbo jumbo on this podcast. We're pretty straightforward and to the point, but we have to know your why. When my clients ask me to help them price their services, the very first step that I ask is why. And again, not trying to sound woo, but what do you need from the business? Why are you doing what you're doing? And again, this sounds cheesy. It feels cheesy to even talk about to you, but it is the most critical thing to know that you are abundantly clear in what your goals are, or you are never going to reach them. So what I want you to do is I want you to write this down, write down your why, post it where you're going to see it every day. I actually have a post-it on my bathroom mirror. It's actually a note from my husband, and it reminds me every day why I'm in business. When you get your why written down, and it can be a very short, simple sentence, it can be a short paragraph, but I want you to post this somewhere where you're going to see it every day. Put it on the screensaver on your phone. Put it on your bathroom mirror. Stick it in your car. Wherever you spend time and that you're going to regularly see, that's where I want you to post this, so you can always have your why in front of you. So on those days when things feel icky, or you're struggling, or the pricing doesn't feel right, you can go back to this and just kind of keep that reminder. But once we clarify what your why is, we need to get clear on what you need. And I'm going to just go ahead and throw it out there. We need to talk about the B word. No, not that B word. Another B word. We have to talk about a personal budget. We have to talk about a business budget. And understanding what we need in our personal lives and in our business is going to help us figure out what we need to survive and thrive. And you don't need fancy budget software for this. You can grab a yellow pad, go through your last bank statement, figure out what you're spending money on, everything at home, from your electricity to your rent or your mortgage, how often you eat at restaurants, what amount you're spending on that, the clothing, do you have kids, do you have family obligations, do you have to put in soccer practice, whatever kind of things that you need to put in your personal life of what you're spending money on. I want you to write it all down. Once you've done this personally, it's time to do it for your business. And again, it doesn't matter what you're spending. Like, we're just putting a starting point. So even if you feel like you're overspending, or, oh, I don't want to include that one thing that I did one time, I want you to write everything down. We have to know how your business is going to function. We will work on the cutting expenses and making sure that you're running mean and lean later. Right now, I just need to know what's going out the door so we can figure out what we need to bring in. And when we look at your business, there's two very different ways to view your numbers, and I want to make sure that you're clear on what both of them are. There's a difference between what it costs you to run your business and what it costs you to provide your service. So be sure, if you have contractors that do part of the service for you, and I don't mean like your VA who's sending emails for you, I mean somebody who's actually helping provide the service. So if you are running a podcast company, is there somebody that's doing your editing that you're outsourcing that to? Is there somebody that's doing the social media portion that you're outsourcing that to, that you are now charging your clients to provide those services? Those contractors go into the service cost, not necessarily in what it takes to run your business. And then getting an idea of what your overhead is. This is always a question that comes up. What does overhead actually mean? What does it cost to run your business? What about your email servers, your Gmail account, all your online tools, your CRM, anything that you run your business specifically with? It doesn't necessarily have to be what you provide clients services with, but these are just going to be all of the things that you have to use in order to make your business run Monday through Friday, or the weekends whenever you're working. When we look at providing your service, again, what kind of contractors are you paying? Again, look at specific software. What would it cost to offer this service if you weren't the business owner? This is another number that I want you to write down. We want to make sure that if you were to outsource your role entirely, that you would know what that's going to cost. We are going to actually incorporate that number into your pricing as well. Once we know what you need at home, once we know what we need to run your business and what it costs to provide your service, we need to add in the intentional profit and the cut for Uncle Sam. So again, all of the things that are going to come into your business, all of the revenue and the income streams, we still have to make sure that you are being intentionally profitable on the side, and that the IRS is going to get their cut. When you have built-in profitability and taxes to your service, you're not going to be short at the end of the year when you go to file your taxes. Now that we have this data and we know how much you need to bring in on a monthly basis, we need to determine how many clients you can actually serve so we can back into a price. We don't want to fall into the monthly time for money trap. Can you serve 100 clients? Can you only serve 5 clients? Will this this will 1,000% change what you're charging for your services, just simply from a capacity. Also, when we find that people price things too low, you may get more clients and you may be excited about that. But at the end of the day, if you're going to hit overwhelm and capacity and things are going to become really stressful, then that's not going to be anything that's going to be helpful. So we want to make sure that we are pricing so that way you can actually work with the number of clients that makes sense. If any of this sounds overwhelming to you of how to actually get to your price through all of these numbers that we have written down, I am going to give you a gift. I'm going to give you access to my course in my Path to Profit Academy. It is called Money Map. This is going to walk you through step by step how to review your numbers so that way you can connect the dots between your business and personal finances. You're going to get my templates to backing into your price and what your monthly revenue needs to be in order to have the thriving business and life that you want. And I am going to walk you through hand in hand to get the exact price that you need for your services. And it'll give you access to send me questions as well. Like I said, getting all of these numbers kind of prepared and out in front of you is the very first step into profitable pricing. And once we have all of this information, you're going to be able to offer your services and feel comfortable knowing that you're able to cover everything, not only in your personal life, but in your business, and really start to grow and scale the way that you need to.